Good morning. It is Saturday. It's the 14th of October, and our reading is from Luke 6:41. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not notice the beam in your own? Or as I put it, why don't you look at the redwood tree in your own and ignore the speck of sawdust in your brother's? The idea here is, and we hear people say to us, well, judge not lest you be judged, usually by non believers who don't like what you have to say. But that's not the point. The point here is that we are to deal with our own stuff, not to have a judgmental attitude, not to point out somebody else's failings rather than first address our own. And it doesn't mean we have to get our act together, but it means we have to encourage one another. If the Lord leads us to come alongside somebody and suggest to them in a humble and loving way that what they're doing is not exactly who God calls them to be, that's one thing. But when we're going to straighten out people, we need to straighten out ourselves first. I always remember I had a boss once that used to complain about how he was being treated by his superiors, and he was correct. But the problem was he was treating those below him in exactly the same way. And often people accuse others of their own failings. So that's the whole point of this. We're to ask God to search our heart, to show us the things that we need to be dealing with in our own lives before we start worrying about what everybody else is doing. And the people who are most critical are usually the people that are not being critical of themselves first. So look to the Lord to show you if there's anything you need to deal with. And then if he does call you to deal with somebody else, remember always, and this is for all of us, that we are to reach out with love and humility, not superiority. So have a loving and humble day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.